I don't know what rest is. Is this rest? Is this rest? Is this? No. As a student filmmaker with an answer to everything, I was shocked to realize that I have no idea what rest is. Now, I think we all know that we need it, but why? And what exactly is it? The horror of this realization was compounded with the fact that I'm a Seventh-Day Adventist Christian, a denomination whose primary focus is the Sabbath, or the Lord's Day of Rest. In light of this realization, I decided to ask a few friends for their wisdom regarding rest. Good seeing you, Professor Yamada.
Yeah, always good to see you, George.
Now I'm curious for you as a seasoned filmmaker, what exactly is rest?
Well, rest is restoration. Rest is the time it takes to heal and for your soul and your body to be restored. You know, I see a lot of students who are very ambitious and have very good work ethics, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a balance. When you get burnt out, that's an indication that you're not getting rest for your soul or your body. I think everyone goes through burnout at some point in their life and in their student career. But sometimes you just need to step away for a bit, and there's nothing wrong with that. And even after graduation, I know everyone wants to jump in, but it's okay to do other things and to, you know, find your way and become a three-dimensional person and a fuller person. So that's all part of life. I've approached burnout, but I think it took a moment for me to be humbled and for God to show me maybe where I was veering off the wrong path. And there's something that Dallas Willard once said, which was, without humility, there can be no rest. And I think it's our pride that pushes us and makes us feel like maybe we're not enough, and maybe that's where unrest comes from. But I think when we find that place of humility, when we find joy in our work, we can truly have gladness, because ideally our work would give us life. I think if your work doesn't give you life, maybe you should question whether that work is right for you.
A very simple question to start, but what is rest?
After a day of good hard work, take a shower, have a dinner, put your feet up, and you're not doing anything. That's the sort of cheap version of rest. Because when you think about maybe your dad and how maybe he has the weekend off, and what does he do? Well, maybe some dads just watch football or something. But other dads are out mowing the lawn, building a tree house, or doing hobbies. And when you do a hobby, sometimes you work even harder than you did when you were working. Like maybe you worked hard in school, and then summer vacation starts. You're like, cool, what do I want to do? And maybe you work harder than you ever did in school. So I'm not so sure that rest is about not working. Rest is where work is done so well, with the right tools and the right way, with the right kind of joy and delight, so that you don't even notice you're working. I find rest in woodworking. It's hard work, but if you give me time to myself where I don't have to work, then I will build something. Here's the desk. I joined 4 2x8s together. There was a crack, so I made a dovetail joint. This piece is actually held in place by these 4 wooden pegs. It's only glued in one spot. Yeah, we built all the bookshelves. I just measured your average book, so a few of them stick out a little bit. The whole office feels bigger because of the extra 6 inches that most bookshelves have all the way around. But yeah, the whole point was to make the desk. Yeah. But I couldn't put a desk in a crappy, ugly office with all these particle board bookshelves. So I had to make the bookshelves first so that the office would be worthy of the desk.
I'm guessing it's pretty restful to sit in here.
Oh,
Now.
yeah. Yeah, it used to drive me, every time I walked in the office, it drove me crazy because it was all made out of this particle board. It's all made out of sawdust and glue with, plastic veneer. And I hate it. And now I get to walk in and enjoy my walnut every day. It gets hard for me to talk about the difference between work and rest because work is so restful to me.
My name is Brenden Bowers. I'm a senior here now. Director and an editor and CMA guy. Do I know what rest is? No.
Do you think these chickens are resting?
I hope so.
Do you think animals even think about rest?
They have like this little home back there, and it looks kind of cozy. And I don't think they have very many distractions to worry about. So I would hope so. If I were a chicken, I think it would be restful to be in there because you don't have to worry about like this anything else but like what's in the cage. Maybe there's drama though.
Like, were there ever seasons or times where you were just burnt out, or you were just...
Oh yeah, all of last year I took on a lot of projects. Too many projects. You know when you're like treading water and you like can't do it anymore, and so you're just like trying to like keep your head above water. I was like doing that for like 8 months. It was like just bringing me to my limit of like creativity, but like I do think like it kind of pushed me in a good direction, but like I'm not happy with that, I don't know. I don't have a good relationship with rest. I feel like over the summer I learned a lot about resting, and I learned like meditation, I learned like mindfulness, all of these things that like made me feel like I was resting, and I actually had a good balance, and it was really good for me. And then I got back to school and I feel like I just dropped all of that. It feels like that's like what school is like made to like burn you out, maybe. It wears me out more if my like self-worth is put into something that I'm working on than if I can just work on something and enjoy it, like for what it is. And it's like at the end of the day, it's a movie.
Yeah.
But I think I chose to put myself into them so much that it wore me out more than it needed to.
Yeah.
This year I chose to do a different approach where I would just be doing like one, maybe two bigger things at a time.
Yeah.
And focusing on them so that they're really good instead of working on a myriad of things and them all being like something I can't be proud of. And also burning myself out in the process. But it's hard when I like look around and see everyone else doing stuff. Yeah. I don't know. See, that's what I mean. Like I don't think I know actually what rest is. I think God knows that we need it and that he calls us to it, but like I never know if I'm doing anything right in that regard.
Yeah. But you have found more rest this semester.
Yeah.
What are you holding there?
Just don't worry about it. So, who are you?
Oh, I'm your friend. I'm Cole. We're going to this spot that I found on campus with lots of trees.
What is rest to you?
It's definitely a good thing. I guess it's like essential.
Do you enjoy rest?
I think I get restless if I rest too long. I find myself like I need to go out and do something, get something done. There's a part of me that just like needs to work. I think that's probably a way that God made us as well, is like that we are like created to work. Sometimes when I get like into a slow part of my life, I get like scared that there's nothing happening anymore, like there's no productivity. I don't really want to be in a perpetual state of rest. It's interesting because growing up, I always saw myself as like the least like productive person. And somehow I've like gone to school and I've been like the most productive person. This year I took on a lot of projects and a lot of things, kind of just said yes to everything. I like lost sight of like kind of my value for myself, because I kind of saw my value in like everything that I was like contributing to other people, and like it was always outside of myself. I was able to recognize that, and it felt conflicting because it felt like it was going against a lot of parts of me, but I had to like step back and like take action to like pull back from a lot of things and just like spend time with myself again, and not like be giving all of myself to everyone all the time. When I rest, I have time to like feel everything. Right now I'm like interested in drawing a bit and like skateboarding, and like since I'm in a state right now, I think, where I'm like resting a bit more, I just like have time to like follow those things and like learn more about what I love. And those things aren't things I'm probably not gonna do forever or whatever, but just like for now, it just like helps me. I think now that I'm getting to the point of just allowing myself to rest, it feels like I don't feel guilty, and I don't feel like I need to be anyone or anything right now. And so it feels kind of freeing. I can just kind of like do what I want and hang out with whoever and learn and explore and like explore myself and the world, and it's just like, it's great. It's a good time.